When you're asked in a job interview, why do you want to work here? Don't panic. Did you know that your interview answer has more to do with your interview style and less to do with how qualified you are for the position? My name's Anna Papalia, and I discovered interview styles, wrote a scientifically valid interview style assessment so you can discover if you are a charmer, challenger, examiner, or harmonizer, and you can receive a 40-page customized workbook that outlines everything that you're doing right and wrong in interviews. Because after 20 years, 10 years in HR and 10 years as a coach teaching people how to interview, I discovered that you don't need to memorize the perfect answers. What we need to do in helping people how to interview better is to teach them who they are. I want to help you facilitate your self-awareness. What are your strengths and weaknesses? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Why do you want this job? If you can answer those questions, you're going to perform better in a job interview. And if you're really interested in all of the interview styles, you can receive my book, Interviewology, The New Science of Interviewing, where I outline strengths and overused strengths and key takeaways for each interview style so you can nail your next job interview.
There are only two things in life that you need in order to be successful. No, you don't need to be well-connected or independently wealthy or a morning person. You don't need to drink gallons of water every day, and you certainly don't need to be super genius level smart. The smartest people I know just get in their own way. No, what you need is only two things. Trust me, it's real simple. Number one, you need to show up every single day. All of success is just being there. And in order to get good at anything, it requires practice. You get good at anything by doing it. The more you do it, the better you get. If you show up every day, you're guaranteed to be successful. Number two, I'm very successful. I have incredible things in my life, and all of those things I can trace back to a very difficult decision that I had to make, that was uncomfortable, that was scary. If you're continuing to choose things that are comfortable, if you never put yourself out of your comfort zone, you will never be successful. The major secret to success is that you need to always make hard fucking choices. That's it. Show up every day and make hard choices.
I'm a video game voice actor, director, and coach, and I'm going to teach you how to get through your auditions quickly and efficiently. First off, identify who this game is by. Who are the developers? Who's the production company? What is the style of acting in their games generally? Screenshot your character art, open it up next to your sides. Always look at it while you're recording. Identify and condense your archetype and character description down to one sentence. How do you describe this character? Decide what the character's external objective is and what their internal objective is. An external objective is their obvious overall drive or want. An internal objective may be something driving them from their past or childhood, something that could be dug up with a lot of therapy. Their internal objective may be something that you make up, that secret that only you know about your character, or something that you pull from the story or the specs about their childhood. Then think about, how does this line forward the story of the game? Why did the writers find it necessary? At the end of your audition, make sure your read matches the character art, your objective, and what type of game this is. Stay tuned for part 2 about the script.
To celebrate being on TikTok for 2 years, I'm going to read the meanest comments that I've received. Let's start with this one. Your hair looks better today. Thanks. Well, at least the herpes are gone for this video. Worst career advice on the internet. One of my personal favorites, when I was enduring treatment for skin cancer on my lips, someone said, "You telling me this video couldn't have waited until the Valtrex kicked in?" Nice. This is corporate propaganda. All your questions don't apply to my interview tomorrow. Ginger's mom is not a fan. 1.9 million followers must be wrong because this person says I give unrealistic advice. What a load of crap. I can't believe I listened to this all the way through. This woman preaches corporate slavery. If you want real freedom, follow me. One of my personal favorites. That's a lot of confidence for a load of shit, girl. Confusing, especially the style, how it is presented. Wrong. When I made a post about being diagnosed with basal cell carcinoma and having Mohs surgery and getting 60 stitches in my face, I got comments that people told me that I was making it up for the views. she's shady, she's a liar, she had Botox. And these are just the ones I've gotten the last couple months. That's all for now. Here's to year number 3 on the internet. The type of job interview that you want to have based on your interview style. I'm Anna Papalia. I discovered interview styles. Did you know that you interview as either a charmer, challenger, examiner, or harmonizer? And I wrote the book Interviewology, The New Science of Interviewing. Let's get into it. If your interview style is a charmer, you go into job interviews wanting to make a connection and wanting to be liked. And you are hoping that the job interview is unstructured and conversational. You hate it when the hiring manager comes in with a list of questions and they don't leave any room for you to build rapport or to get conversational. If you're a challenger in job interviews, you absolutely hate it when the job interview is all about fluff. If you're interviewed by an HR person or a recruiter and they're just in sales mode and they just keep pitching you, you're going to get annoyed very quickly, because as a challenger, you prioritize getting your questions answered. You want to figure something out. And if they are just on the surface and they're not talking about anything real and they're not providing you an opportunity to ask questions, you're going to be really put off. If you're an examiner in job interviews, you really like it when the interview is just all about your qualifications, the work that you can do, projects that you've done. You really actually hate it when it becomes conversational. Give you a standardized test any day. In fact, examiners prefer a structured interview, unlike their charmers who want it to be conversational. And lastly, harmonizers. Harmonizers, they don't care. They go into an interview really open. They want to see how the company is going to interview them. For a harmonizer, a job interview is like a tryout for a team that they might want to join. And they're always thinking about the collective and the group. So they don't really go in thinking that it has to be a certain way. They're sort of just letting the organization show themselves to them, which is excellent. But sometimes they get into trouble because they don't prepare. If you'd like to discover your interview style, are you a charmer, challenger, examiner, or harmonizer? You can get an Interviewology profile, which is the result of a scientifically valid personality assessment. It's a 40-page resource that's chock full of things that you need to nail your next job interview.
One question changed the entire perspective on my life. Ready for it? Here it goes. If you died tomorrow, would you be happy with the life that you have lived? Think about it. If you said yes, you're probably feeling pretty good about yourself right about now. If you said yes, with a little resistance, perhaps you should follow that resistance. What are you regretting?